And their fear is something like this. Well, Brad, I'm afraid that if I go all in and I'm committed to Jesus, I'm a living sacrifice, completely dead to myself, living for Jesus, I'm afraid that if I do that, he's going to send me to the jungles of who knows where. I'm afraid, that's legit. Or I'm so afraid that if I commit my life to Jesus, for the rest of my life, he's going to give me the gift of singleness. And I'm going to be by myself. Or real fear. I'm afraid if I give my life to Jesus and I do what the Word tells me to do, then I'm gonna have to break up with my boyfriend. I'm gonna have to get new friends, or I'm gonna have to quit my job. You know what my response is every time someone gives me that question or presents that fear to me? You know what my response every single time is? What if he does? Like, come on, what if he really does call you to do those things? Do you not think that the will of God is good and acceptable and it is perfect? Paul is urging you as a believer, listen, if you would just commit your life to Christ and give everything that you have for him, you will come to learn that his will for your life is far greater and far better than any will that you could have for your own life. And I think about all those people that I talk with, all those people who are trying to resist God's perfect prescribed will in his word. I think of the guys who will come to me and they'll sit down and they're like, Brad, I want a girlfriend. I need a wife. I want a wife. I want a wife. I want a wife. And yet God has called them to a time or a season of being single. And yet what do they say? I don't care. I want a wife. I want a wife. I want a wife. And at that point, I'll be honest with you, that guy will take any girl with a pulse, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? But God's like, I don't want you to have a girlfriend or a wife right now. I want you to be single right now. It's my will for your life. Be single right now. I just want you to be patient. I want you to focus on your relationship with me. Just trust me. But you know what so many will do? They'll keep moving forward in their own purpose, in their own mind, in their own goal, in their own wishes. And they're like, I want a wife, I want a wife, I want a wife. So although it's not God's perfect will for them, in his permissive will, he'll give him a wife. He's like, here you go. Here's the girl with the pulse. And you know what happens a lot of the times? They'll end up marrying someone who's less than perfect for them. All because they were not truly committed and submitted to Jesus. Oh, church friend, listen, learn to be totally committed to Jesus and the cause of Christ. Don't be half-hearted in your commitment or your submission to him. Oh man, be all in, because when you're all in and you're totally committed to Jesus, you will learn that it's far greater for you to be in a famine in God's will than to be in a palace out of God's will. As when I think about this subject, there's a story I once heard.